Welcome to Regina Public School Division Employee Safety Orientation. The purpose of this course is to provide new employees with information about their safety responsibilities within our school division and to give each employee an understanding of the health and safety services provided by Workplace Health and Wellness. Regina Public School Division is committed to continual growth in workplace health and safety. Our Administrative Procedure 112 outlines Regina Public Schools' commitment to ensure both a safe and healthy learning and work environment for its students, employees, volunteers, and the general public. Regina Public School Division believes that safety is everyone's responsibility. Each one of us makes a personal commitment to be responsible for our own safety and to do our part in maintaining a safe workplace. A culture of health and safety can only be created when we all work together. This team approach is based on each of us taking responsibility to ensure we work safely and follow the safe work practices within our school division. Each person's responsibility for safety is based on their level of accountability within their workplace. Regina Public School Division believes that safety is everyone's responsibility. Each one of us must make a personal commitment to be responsible for our own safety. As we work together, everyone must do their part in maintaining a safe workplace. A culture of health and safety can only be created when we all work together. This team approach is based on each of us taking responsibility to ensure we work safely and follow the safe work practices within our school division. Each person's responsibility for safety is based on their level of accountability within their workplace. Workplace health and safety is one of our school division's goals. Regina Public Schools' Safety Matters campaign is focused on reducing workplace injuries by building a strong safety culture within our schools. Our mission is zero injuries. Together, we are focusing on the following areas. Number 1, safety orientation for all new employees. Number 2, reporting and investigating all workplace incidents and hazards. Number 3, safety inspections. Number 4, your personal commitment to workplace safety. Why is working safe important to you? Every new employee will receive the following. Number 1, division orientation. The online courses you recently received through Safe Schools is your division safety orientation. Number 2, school, site, or department safety orientation. This will be arranged through your principal or manager and will cover more site-specific safety information. Number 3, job-specific safety training will be assigned and arranged through your school principal or department manager. Online courses will be assigned through Safe Schools based on your position within the school division. Under the Saskatchewan Occupational Health and Safety legislation, all Saskatchewan workers have the following 3 rights: the right to know, the right to participate, and the right to refuse. You have the right to know any of the following information: information about the hazards in your workplace, information about the procedures in place to ensure your safety, information about if or what personal protective equipment is required when you are performing your job, how to report a hazard or an injury that occurs at work, what to do in the event of an emergency at work, who are the members of my school's departments or site's occupational health and safety committee. It is important to remember that with these rights come responsibilities of reporting hazards and injuries, using the personal protective equipment required, and following the safety procedures as outlined by your supervisor. You have both the right and responsibility to participate in the following health and safety activities at your workplace. Number 1, orientation and training of your job-specific duties. Number 2, work with your school's Occupational Health and Safety Committee. Every school or work site has an active Occupational Health and Safety Committee. Please ensure you find out which staff member is representing you on your school's committee. Occupational Health and Safety Committee members will bring any safety concern forward to the committee and are very helpful people to assist in resolving safety concerns at your workplace. If you would like to be a member, please let your Occupational Health and Safety Committee co-chairs know. Number 3, help with workplace inspections. Safety inspections are conducted regularly in your school. Please cooperate with any person or persons conducting a safety inspection. Number 4, report all workplace injuries and accidents to your principal or manager immediately. Number 5, assist your principal or manager with the investigation and resolution of all concerns raised related to workplace health and safety. The Saskatchewan Employment Act Part 3, Section 31 advises that a worker may refuse to perform work that is unusually dangerous to the worker's health and safety. If you wish to exercise your right to refuse unusually dangerous work, the following steps should be taken. Number 1, report immediately to your supervisor and/or principal. Number 2, work together with your supervisor or principal to resolve the safety concern. An employee incident report should always be completed. Number 3, if the situation has not been resolved, you should speak with your school's or site's Occupational Health and Safety Committee co-chairs to ask for assistance. If after working with your school's Occupational Health and Safety Committee and you still feel that the situation is not improved or resolved, you may choose to bring this forward to Saskatchewan Labour Occupational Health and Safety Provincial Branch to assist you. Remember, with the right to refuse unusually dangerous work comes a responsibility of working collaboratively with the employer and the Occupational Health and Safety Committee to resolve this specific safety concern, which may include specific training to ensure your safety. You may also contact Workplace Health and Wellness to assist you at any point in this process and ask for direction. The Saskatchewan Employment Act and the Occupational Health and Safety Regulations outline several responsibilities or duties of every worker. These include: Number 1, you must take personal responsibility for working safely and protecting your own health and safety. This may include wiping up your spills to prevent slips and falls, or taking the time to read the safety data sheet of a chemical you are about to use. Number 2, cooperating with your principal and the school division in the identification and control of safety hazards, thus preventing workplace injuries. All workplace accidents, injuries, illnesses, and hazards must be reported to your principal or supervisor on an employee incident report. Be involved and participate in your safety inspections. Your site Occupational Health and Safety Committee conducts regular safety inspections. Be helpful in answering their questions or let them know if there is a safety concern in your work area. Number 3, you must follow all the safe work practices and procedures as identified by the Occupational Health and Safety legislation and the school division. Your supervisor or principal will be able to provide you with more guidance based on your job duties at your school or workplace. Safe work practices and procedures may include the use of personal protective equipment like safety glasses, gloves, or Kevlar sleeves. Following the TLR protocols like transfer lift and repositioning program, or completing all the required safety training you are assigned. There are no options to opt out of working safely. Number 4, You must not cause, encourage, or participate in the harassment of other employees. Number 5, where possible, support and assist those staff who are returning to work after an illness or injury. The Regina Public School Division is responsible for the following. Number 1, a safe and healthy workplace. Number 2, provision of required safety procedures for workers to use. Number 3, safety equipment provided and maintained. Number 3, establish and maintain occupational health and safety committees at all work sites. Number 5, ensure supervisors are trained and competent. Number 6, ensure workers are trained and competently supervised. The occupational health and safety legislation makes the school division directly responsible for workplace safety in all their schools and offices. The school division management team has overall responsibility for providing all Regina Public School employees with a safe and healthy workplace and ensure that all their employees follow the safety requirements as outlined in the occupational health and safety legislation and our school division's administrative procedures. Employee Incident Reporting. Administrative Procedure 181 outlines Regina Public Schools' plan to manage and control workplace health and safety hazards and risks. All injuries, accidents, and safety hazards must be reported to your supervisor immediately. Complete an employee incident report immediately following the incident. If you are seeking medical treatment immediately after an injury, please take the injured at work package with you to your healthcare provider, as there is a medical restriction form that your healthcare provider may need to complete and return to your supervisor or workplace health and wellness. Your supervisor or administrator will investigate the incident to determine how to prevent reoccurrence. He or she will need the injured workers, any witnesses, and possibly the school or site occupational health and safety committee co-chair's input to investigate the incident thoroughly. If you sustain an injury at work that requires medical treatment and or causes you to miss time from work, please contact your supervisor and workplace health and wellness as soon as possible. Workplace Health and Wellness will work with you to make sure all the necessary insurance papers are completed. Workplace Health and Wellness will work with your supervisor to assist you safely back to work following a workplace injury. Your site or school orientation will provide you with more information about where the employee incident report forms are kept. Copies of these forms can be found on your school division's website under Forms. If you have trouble locating the form, please contact your supervisor or principal or Workplace Health and Wellness at wellness@rbe.sk.ca or call 306-523-3129. Administrative Procedure 180 outlines the roles and legislative responsibilities of each school division's site occupational health and safety committee. Each site within Regina Public Schools has an occupational health and safety committee. Your school or site orientation should include information about the names of the occupational health and safety committee members, when they meet, and where the minutes of these meetings will be posted so that you can review them. Each site occupational health and safety committee meets a minimum of every 3 months. If you have a safety concern about your work area, you can ask your site committee members for assistance. The role of the Occupational Health and Safety Committee is to inspect the work site for safety hazards and participate in the identification and control of health and safety hazards within the workplace. The committee works collaboratively with the school division management team in resolving health and safety concerns. Administrative Procedure 183 outlines Regina Public Schools' employee responsibilities to ensure the safe use and handling of chemicals within our schools. Our goal is to keep both our students and staff safe. Your responsibilities as a Regina Public School employee are: complete your online WMIS 2015 training in Safe Schools. As part of your orientation, you will receive an email invitation with a link to online training. You will be required to complete this online training every 3 years as part of a training recertification process. Please ensure you complete this training within 30 days of receiving the email link. Additional training may be required should you work in areas such as science and facilities operations. Know what chemicals you are working with and how to safely use them. Read the safety data sheet on each chemical before using it. Never use a product that does not have a label on it. If you don't know what it is, don't use it. Protect yourself. Always wear the required personal protective equipment for each chemical you use. Take your time and handle chemicals carefully. Store and dispose of all chemicals as outlined by the manufacturer in the safety data sheet. All chemical spills and/or exposures must be reported to your supervisor or principal immediately. If you are unsure how to clean up a chemical spill, always consult with your supervisor or workplace health and wellness prior to cleaning it up. Ordering large amounts of chemicals is never a good thing. Chemicals usually have an expiry date on them, and some chemicals have special disposal requirements. Therefore, they cannot simply be put into the garbage or poured down the drain. If you are unsure about the storage or disposal requirements of a chemical, please contact Workplace Health and Wellness for assistance. No matter what job you do, always keep your back safe. If you have ever had back pain or discomfort, you know even activities of daily life can become difficult. Here are some safe work practices to keep your back safe while you're at work. Think before you lift or move something. Take the time to assess for hazards and risks, and then look for ways to minimize the risk to your back before proceeding with the task. Listen to your body. Your body will let you know if it's tired, hungry, weak, or sick. Provide it with the rest breaks and the nutrients it needs in order for it to work properly for you. Use your leg muscles to lift. Never use your back muscles for lifting. Your leg muscles are bigger and stronger than the muscles in your back. They are the ones designed to lift heavier objects. Avoid twisting and forward leaning when lifting or carrying, pushing, or pulling objects. Keep your back straight and bend with your knees rather than at your waist. This will keep you from using your back muscles to lift things. Keep the load you are lifting or carrying close to your body. This keeps the weight of the object evenly distributed through your center of gravity and protects your back from injury. Ensure you are wearing proper footwear to keep your feet safe from injury. As well, proper footwear keeps your back in proper alignment to minimize the risk of injury when lifting. If you are new to your job, working in a new school, or just not sure of the safest way to handle a situation, always ask for direction from your supervisor or the people you work with. It is always the safer way in order to prevent injuries. Division office and your principal or manager will determine the job-specific safety training for your position. Some training will be assigned through online Safe Schools, while other training will be in-class, face-to-face certification training courses. You will receive notification from either Safe Schools, Division Office, or your principal for the specific safety training you will need to complete. Here are some examples of specific safety training you may be required to take. TLR, Transfer Lift and Repositioning Program, is a course designed to teach staff how to manage the risks of lifting, moving people or objects, or performing tasks of repetitive nature. All contracted education assistants will be required to take training and recertification on an annual basis. If you are working in a casual position, always follow the direction of the regular staff members when you are working at their school. All facilities and caretaking staff will be required to take the object moving portion of this training and recertify on an annual basis. Ergonomics online training through Safe Schools will assist in understanding how to set up your workstation correctly to reduce the risk of ergonomic-related injuries. Routine practices, bloodborne pathogens through Safe Schools training is provided to employees who will be working with students and who may be exposed to blood or body fluids during the course of their work. MANT training is provided to employees who are in regular contact with students who have a history or propensity for aggressive and or violent behaviors. This will include the following employee groups: staff working in either developmental classrooms, structured learning classrooms, and functional integrated academic program classrooms. If you work in these listed classrooms or with a student who has a history of aggressive behaviors, please contact your supervisor or principal to arrange for this training. Training is coordinated through division office. Standard first aid certification training is required for those staff assigned to assist with first aid incidents within our school division. It will provide employees with the necessary first aid skills to meet Saskatchewan occupational health and safety legislation. If you are already certified in standard first aid, please provide your principal or supervisor with a copy of your certification. Passenger van training is required for all those employees who wish to transport students in Regina Public Schools vans. Occupational Health Committee training is required for all Occupational Health and Safety Committee co-chairs. This course is beneficial for any committee member within our school division. Fall protection, confined space awareness, and our powered mobile equipment certification is required for some facility members who are assigned those related duties. It is important to remember safety is everyone's responsibility. If we work together, we can continue to strengthen our safety culture. Our Safety Matters campaign requires everyone to participate in the safety orientation and training assigned to them, report all workplace incidents and hazards, and work with their supervisor and Occupational Health and Safety Committee to identify and resolve workplace hazards.